And it is good. Minnesota now leads 20-10 over New York, and we'll be back with the Vikings kickoff. Oh, it's a boomer. Wk1 deep into the end zone and no run back. And Tucker Fredrickson, the running backs. It's Ernie Coy. And Carl Eller hits him first. Winston. National Football League games regionally for the games and times in your area. Check your local program listings. Atlanta at Los Angeles, Baltimore, Minnesota, Chicago at St. Louis, Dallas at New Orleans, New York at Detroit, Pittsburgh at Philadelphia, San Francisco at Green Bay, and Washington at Cleveland. Second down and 4. And there's Herman out of bounds at about the 28. Fredrickson. Alan Page grabbed him. He managed to slip a little bit out of his grasp, but there was a nice hole there had Page not held him. Let's see what... That's West at the 35, and good coverage by New York puts him down at the 36. Al Brenner, number 48. Osborne, nowhere. Brown, and he does not make it here. Scott Eaton right in there to grab him around the head, and it is 4th down for Minnesota. Lee, number 19, punts. Beautiful, high, spiraling punt that they're going to let go, and it takes the right bounce into the end zone.
Carl Lockhart very wisely threw a block on the first man down under that punt to allow it to get into the end zone. Of course, if an offensive man can stop the ball from going into the end zone, it is dead there.
With the score, Minnesota 20 and New York 10, let's pause for a moment. Loose football forced there by Minnesota and covered by the Vikings at the 20-yard line. Vikings ball.
And again, the fan, there it was.
On the 21.
Osborne. Brown. And Lockhart cuts him down inside the 10.
Ball carried by Brown. Tackled.
Where it'll be a 1st and goal to go for the Vikings. Osborne. And Ralph Heck, number 55. Bruce Anderson, 79. And Henry Davis, 66.
Davis.
Make the stop.
Anderson on the tackle.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Minnesota 20, New York 10. We now pause for station identification.
He recalls those. Yeah, now we go with the wind.
Yard marker's better there. All right, then. 6.
2nd and 6.
Beginning of the 4th period here at Yankee Stadium. Minnesota 20, New York 10. Minnesota's ball, 2nd and goal at the New York 6-yard line. Giants have put in their goal line defense. Henderson, one wide man to the right. And Bill Brown cannot hold on to it. Covered there by Ralph Heck, but it's touchdown if he down. Osborne. And he gets to about the 2-yard line.
This easy field goal will make it 23-10.
And it's good, and that's what it is. Minnesota now leads 23-10. And we'll be back with the Vikings kickoff in just a moment. Short kick this time. Brenner takes it at the 10. Al Brenner, number 48, and disappears. Backs. Jones and Herman, the wide receivers. And throwing on the dead run for Homer Jones, it is incomplete. At the 34.
Situation is with us.
Trying to get Fredrickson. Incomplete. And New York will give up the football. End over end. West at the 30. Open field. Still going. A flag is down, and West finally goes down at the Giant 45-yard line.
As was just about broken.
And going deep for Washington, Willie Williams, and can't hold on. At the Giant 25.
You see Williams at Carl Lockhart coming over for the double coverage. Again, Willie Williams looking right back into that sun that shoots out into right field over the third deck of the stadium. Very difficult for a receiver as well as a defender to even find the football.
Second down and 10 now for Minnesota. Tom Hall has replaced Gene Washington. There goes Brown to about the 35, 36-yard line. Third down and about 7.
Gary Quazzo doing a fine job of mixing up not only his receivers, but his offense in general. That time with Brown coming on the draw play. That keeps the defensive front four very honest in their pass rush. And now the passing down is with Gary Quazzo.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, NFL Control, Carl.
We have 11 minutes and 40 seconds left to play at Yankee Stadium. Minnesota 23, New York 10. Giants ball, first and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Joe Morrison in at halfback. Well, we're just about to say that Fran had plenty of time, and it just caved in with Eller and Marshall, the two pincher movements there.
And he did have considerably more time than he's had, but deep downfield, Purcell McVie and Paul Krause had Homer Jones, his intended deep receiver, well covered. Quickly, we'll give you some scores. Dallas leading St. Louis 7-3. That Roger Staubach touchdown pass holding up. They're in the third quarter. Atlanta 24, San Francisco 12. Willard scored for San Francisco. Cincinnati leads San Diego 31-13. Houston leads Buffalo 17-3.
Second and 15 at the 25. That's Morrison, but he can't get any speed up as he's really taken down from behind at about the 34-yard line. Make it about 3rd and 6. Carl Eller and Larson in there on the stop on Morrison.
Well, if Fran thinks he had a pass rush the last couple of downs, he can really anticipate one now. Again, that almost sure pass situation turns loose Carl Eller, Gary Larson, Alan Page, and Jim Marshall from any run responsibility. They just freewheel. Carl Eller, 81, the nearest to you. And Rich Buzzard will now be blocking Eller.
Well, Fran had to scramble then for his life. Dale Hackbart, number 49, pulls him down, and it's a 4th down. New York will have to give up the football. 10 minutes, 12 seconds left.
And those boos are more frustration than any left linebacker for Minnesota. 3rd and 9, a pretty much of a must situation for New York. They trail 23-10, 5 minutes remain.
Wide open. Don Herman, he's in for the touchdown.
Well, we talked about Herman running a corner pattern. We thought he'd do it on the right side. Watch him drive down, drive inside, turn Bobby Bryant completely around. Watch us drive inside. The look, he's all alone. And the Giants have shortened the gap. Beautifully thrown by Tarkenton, and the rookie from Waynesburg has done it again. He's been so impressive.
He did the same thing in the same corner at Minnesota 2 weeks ago.
And he has some fine statistics coming from that small college out in western Pennsylvania. One game he caught 7 touchdown passes. It's hard to believe, but you can see why after you saw that fine pattern.
And the score narrows now to Minnesota 23, New York 17. We'll be back with the Giants kickoff in just a moment.
Hi, this is Phil Rizzuto. Here at Yankee Stadium, Peels took on 3 top beers of the East in a series of taste tests. Beer drinkers by the hundreds tasted, compared, and chose. And the results? Not one beer could beat Peels Real Draft. In one of the tests, Peels was preferred by 59 3/10% of the people. Why? Because Peels is real draft beer, and draft beer tastes fresher and lighter. Test Peels against
Never any excitement or panic in the huddle with him, and I spent 9 of my years with him there. Milt Plum steps into the picture, the Giant reserve quarterback. Minute 47 remains. The Giants have their 3 timeouts. Time is not the problem at this point. It's the Minnesota defense, which has been just about as stubborn as the Giant defense, surprisingly, in the second half has been. What a big break that was. Bobby Bryant batting that ball into the air, and Butch Wilson, who replaced Freeman White at tight end. Johnny on the spot. Can you imagine what's going to happen here, Jack, should the Giants score this touchdown?
I'll be able to hear it over at Shea Stadium. All right, 1st and goal from the 10, just inside the 10. 1 minute, 47 left. Fredrickson. And Hilgenberg gets his body in the way, and down goes Fredrickson for little to no gain. 130. 134.
Joe Morrison now has come in for New York, replacing Fuqua, the rookie. Morrison, the added stability of being a 10-year veteran, plus the fact that he's a fine receiver. And there's no doubt, I'm sure, that Tarkenton is well aware that from this point, he's going to have to throw the ball. Keep in mind, Herman, again, with those fine moves, very effective, down in close. Herman to the right, Jones to the left.
Touchdown! Right off Ucel McBee, and as you called it, Frank, a post pattern down and in, and it is all tied up.
There it is. Ron Herman, right between defenders, Ursel McBee and Roy Winston on the left side, and Fran Tarkenton, cool as an iceman, drilling the ball in between defenders. We'll look at it again. Herman right between defenders. Tarkenton zipping it in there. They say he can't throw from the pocket, Jack.
59 seconds left. Gogolak to try to put New York ahead for the important important extra point right now. It is good. New York leads 24-23, 59 seconds left.
Don't go away. 59 seconds remain. Minnesota with 3 timeouts remaining. They have already demonstrated they can hit from anywhere on the field. And what a present this would be for head coach Alex Webster. Vikings dominating this game up into midway in the third quarter. Central Division champions of a year ago, and they have been played to a standstill in the third period and then outplayed in the fourth period. And surprisingly, to me, Jack, has been the play of the Giant defense. Except for a couple of costly errors, it's been absolutely better than I've seen in years.
All right, Gogolak. That's Jones and Bill Harris deep. He sails this one. 5 or 6 yards in, and Harris is going to run it out to about the 18-yard line. .54 seconds now as Minnesota quickly lines up a 1st and 10. The ball at the 19. The Giants lead at 24-23. Lazo going for Washington, out of bounds. 42 seconds remain as we look over at the Viking bench. There is the time. Washington left, Hall to the right. Lazo going all the way for Gene Washington, and Lockhart almost has the interception. Incomplete pass at the New York Giant 30. 33 seconds on the clock. Lockhart almost wrapped that up. Third down for Minnesota as we look at the Giant bench. Graham Tarkington, number 10. Head coach Alex Webster. Now, of course, Norm Hecker, the defensive coach, is directing things. It is third down. The Giants with only a 3-man rush. Quazzo getting caught and racked down at the 6-yard line. And look at the Giant bench. Bruce Anderson, Lertzema. It is fourth down, 28 seconds left. This Giant defense has really come of age here in this second half. Twice they made Minnesota settle for field goals. And now, with just 28 seconds left, Minnesota faced with a fourth down. Their own 9-yard line. As New York now calls a timeout. And Ralph Heck comes over to talk with Norm Hecker. Head coach Webster. This New York Giant team has been a long time without a victory. Halfway into last season, all the way through the preseason. Now they lead 24-23 with 28 seconds left. And a fourth down for the Vikings. Ralph Heck, number 55, talking with Norm Hecker in the baseball cap there. the defensive coach of the Giants. Both benches up as the Vikings huddle at the goal line. Well, here we go, 4th down, 28 seconds left. It is complete to Henderson, but down he goes at the 25-yard line. And it is New York's ball with 19 seconds left. Fran Tarkenton, arms in the air, comes screaming out to embrace the defensive team as the defense have really made their mark here today. It's been a long time since there's been a scene like this on the New York sideline. Lertzema, Bruce Anderson, everybody. And the fans love it. Quite an upset here, as the Vikings were favored by 9 points. New York, 1st and 10 at the Viking 25, 19 seconds left. And when you consider the tremendous pressure that this great Viking defense has put on all afternoon, it is really one of the minor miracles of this first Sunday of the football season. And Tarkenton just falls down. Flag goes down. Illegal procedure in its decline. It'll be 2nd down, 16 seconds remaining. And again, Tarkenton just grabs on and drops to the ground. And here's the countdown. Listen. And look at this scene as the Giants defeat the Minnesota Vikings 24-23. Up, Alex Webster on the shoulders. That's Bruce Anderson, number 79, one of the carriers. And a tremendously emotional thing here at Yankee Stadium, with the Giants getting off with a stunning upset over Minnesota, 24-23. In a game that Minnesota was well out in front and controlled for most of it until somewhere in the third period, when that Giant defense started to come together, stopped the scoring, and then all of a sudden the offense got a hold, and two great touchdown passes from Fran Tarkenton to the young rookie Don Herman, and all of a sudden New York was on top and Minnesota was on bottom. There's the final score: New York 24 and Minnesota 23. And the sellout crowd here at Yankee Stadium perhaps feels a good deal better than they did in the last game last season, and perhaps better than they felt coming in here this afternoon. A fine and excellently played ball game, with that Minnesota defense doing what everybody knows they can do so well and causing all kinds of havoc in the offensive plans of New York until the very end.